And we're live. Hey, it's me, Jess, owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, sorry about that. I had the settings wrong on the live, so I had to redo it. But yay, we're here. We're doing it. We're doing it live. If you guys missed it, I was on earlier doing one question readings. And so now we're doing the all signs. And the folks who were in the one question reading live, I gave them two options for which all signs we're going to do. And this is the one that they voted on. So we're doing it. And it's basically, y'all may not like me on this one because I'm going to be brutally honest with what I see. And don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the messenger. Okay. But we are going to get into what is blocking new love from coming on through, what's going on. This is one of those where we should put the mirror in front of our own dang faces and see, what are we doing? How can we improve? What can we do different? How can we improve? All right, let's get it. Let's get it for all of us. So we're going to go through the order of the zodiac, starting with our birthday babies, Libra. Happy birthday to you, Librans. And ending with Virgo. So Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Cappies, Aqua, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. You can check the description of the video. I think you know what's going on is the band is playing at the library next door, and they've been doing. They go on these different kicks, right? Lately, it's been Disney songs. So you know they were doing the Little Mermaid stuff, and then they did Lion King songs. So I think it just it's got me in a sing-songy mood. It's got me wanting to sing. So that's what's happening. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with Libra again. I'm going to go through Virgo. All right. I'm getting my selenite candle lit up. It's lit. Fire, fire, fire. All right, Libra, let's get it started with you, boo. You guys don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit those emojis in the circle. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You know you want to. Hit the notification bell, set it to all so you know anytime I go live or upload a reading for you. You can also join this channel. We got a new member today. Welcome in. You get member perks for joining us, including free readings every month. You get free monthly readings, our extra bonus content like monthly readings for all the signs, and discount codes and all kinds of good stuff. All right, so let's get started without further ado. 255 for Libra. Happy birthday again, boo. All right, Libra, let's get it for you. I'm going to do your birthday reading tomorrow. All right, the Libra season reading. All right, Librans, what's blocking love from coming on in? What is potentially, possibly blocking new love? Again, don't shoot the messenger. Take only what resonates. Leave what doesn't. Do watch for all your placements. Also, on love readings, I always say definitely watch your my lip gloss is popping and I got some bow fur. So make sure you watch also your Venus, okay? Libra. What is blocking new love potentially from coming on in for you, boo? LIBRA, Libra. What is potentially blocking new love? Oh. Some of you Librans, I'm getting a bit of an energy of like an eager beaver. It's giving a little bit of an energy of someone who's lacking maybe a little bit of discernment when it comes to people that you're choosing for love. And I'll tell you why. So you got the Hangman Reverse. Now, Hangman Reverse is an energy of somebody who maybe is a little kind of you rush in without really considering things, like you skip steps, want to skip steps, if that makes sense, right? So it's a little bit of an energy of like so underneath that, you have the star Aquarius energy and you have the 9 of Cups. So it's almost this like dreamy, wistful sort of like, I want this so much, I want this so badly that I'm not going to be as discerning as I should be, and maybe take my time and maybe pause and think this through before I take action on this pursuit. Does that make sense? So Hanged Man is an energy of seeing something from a different perspective, from all sides and all angles. Okay, something's not working, so let me put myself literally upside down so that I can kind of see the situation from a different side, different angle, different perspective. Let me take my time, give something some thought. It's also, it can be an energy of isolation. There's, different meanings and words that resonate with the Hanged Man, but when it's in reverse, it tends to be somebody who's maybe like doesn't want to take the time to do that, who's like a little bit stubborn in the sense of, no, I see what I want, I know what I want, I'm going to go after it, I'm not going to think about it, I'm not going to take my time, I'm not going to pause, I'm just going to go for it, I'm just going to do it, right? So there may be, like, again, a little bit of a lack of discernment of maybe wanting so much, or having being maybe a little bit dreamy and wistful and like wishing so hard for something, wanting something so much that instead of like pausing and seeing, is this really good for me? Is this the right way to approach this? Is this the right person for me? Am I like, it also can be an energy of somebody who maybe like lacks introspection. Like maybe you want something so much, you're not like also looking within, like taking some time to like examine, is this really healthy for me? Like, am I approaching this from the right perspective or the right angle? Can also be too, with the 8 of Cups there too, Librans, somebody who wants to maybe skip steps on the healing process, and instead of taking their time to like really heal after losing a situation, after losing someone, after walking away from a connection, just immediately wanting to be like, I don't want to take the time for myself, I don't want to take that beat in that moment to like really work on myself. Instead, I just want the next one. Like, that's what's going to help me out, that's what's going to make me feel better, just like on to the next one. Who can I find next? Who's the next connection that will make me feel happy, that will cheer me up? Instead of like, wait, maybe I need to take a little time out and a little break and like reflect and see what I need to learn from the last situation, or take some time to heal and process a little bit more before I just jump quickly into the next situation, right? So what's the advice for Libra? Hey Jo, hey Nixie Boo. What's the advice for Libra? I'm going to try to go fast on these because I did already do quite a good number of readings earlier, which we had a great time. Nixie was there. It was awesome. What's the advice for Libra? What's the advice? Pam Bear! I was talking about you earlier. I got something to say to you after Libra. Hold on. All right. What's the advice? LIBRA, Libra. What's the advice for Libra? Yeah, this is definitely an energy of kind of, it's just saying like, wait, I think I need to take my bracelet off, to be honest with you guys. It's a little itchy right now. It's saying like, you have, like, honestly, I think the good qualities here, Libra, I'm gonna try to pull some good qualities out so it doesn't feel like I'm just flogging everybody tonight. But the good qualities is that I feel like you're hopeful, you're dreamy, you're optimistic when it comes to love. That's a good quality to have, to be honest. You'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be, how many people are really guarded and and have lost faith and lost hope in love. I don't see that energy with you. So that's the positive part of that, Libra, right? You're still hopeful even after feeling rejected or having walked away or having lost love. Like you still have that hopeful, optimistic energy when it comes to love coming towards you. That's the good thing. It's just that I feel like there's this need again for you to like take some time, like make sure your vision is clear and you're seeing people clearly. Make sure you're seeing yourself clearly. Make sure you're really clear on what it is you want, and it's not just this abstract sort of like, I want love, I want to be with somebody, I want to fall in love. It's, make sure that you're not prone to limerence, and you're really articulating with yourself and clear with yourself what it is that you need in love, what it is that you're desiring, what type of partner you're looking for, that you're really specific and clear on it, and that you're not just being led so much by the emotion that it's almost like it's clouding your vision, right? Also, be really careful about obsession. Some of you may be prone, and there's your energy justice. Some of you may be prone to get really hung up or kind of obsessed, particularly when it comes to looks. I'm getting energy here too of some of you maybe led a little bit with your lust and focusing a lot on a physical appearance, or on, leading too much with that lust vibe and that physical attraction, or the vibes of it all. There's a lot of energy of like vibes. Libra going for the vibes and needing to focus a lot more on substance, and also being really careful that you're not getting too caught up because you're really attracted to somebody's physical appearance, or just because you want love so much, or you're sexually drawn to them in some lusty way, but without like really being very clear on, is this actually a good connection? Is this actually someone that are we really like vibing here? Is this healthy for me? Is this good for me? Have I healed? Have they healed? Is everyone healed here? Right? Okay. That's what I got for you, Libra. I'm going to move on to the next one. Are we equally yoked? Are the feelings mutual? Is all that good? Like, are we, you know what I mean? All right. What's up? Hey, Coogie. Hey, Sunny D's. Got that solar energy. Yeah. Okay, so Pam Bear, this is what happens. So I did one question readings earlier, and towards the end of it, I realized like Pam Bear had actually donated towards a reading like a week or two or a few days ago. And I was like, I need to do Pam Bear's reading, and I wanted to add you to the list. But it was like you would have been last by the time I realized. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling kind of worn out now. And also Pam Bear's not here. So I'm like, maybe I'll save Pam Bear for the next one. But then I also had the thought of, oh crap, Pam Bear, is a member now to the channel. And I forgot that. And I was like, dang it, I should have added Pam Bear's question to the members question that I recorded last night. So anyways, I haven't forgotten you. I owe you one, boo. So you are definitely on my list and on my mind. So I didn't forget. Just so you know. Okay. Well, but you said whatever comes out. So whatever. We'll get you. Pam always is like, I don't need a reading. I don't want a reading. And I'm like, girl, you better get you your good reading, boo. You better get you one. All right, let's get the next sign. Scorpio is next. Scorpio, how you doing, boo? Scorpio, zing a zing zing, sting a sting. Get your stingers out. It's your season next. It's your season next. I know you're very well aware of this. So I have a new theory about scorpions. I have a new theory about y'all. Do you guys drop me a comment? Don't forget to like the video. But scorpions, drop me a comment and let me know if my theory is correct. Are you guys turned on by hard to get? Does hard to get turn you on? Do you like a challenge? If somebody's not interested in you, does it actually turn you on more? Does it actually make you more interested? Are you intrigued? I really want to know. Drop me a comment. Let me know if my theory is correct. It's not really a theory. I'm just mulling it over. Okay, let's go to the next one. Scorpio, that's you. All right. Scorpio, what is blocking new love for you, boo? I'll tell you the good that I see too, because I feel like this is going to come off like I'm scolding everybody, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So, but we're going to be real with it. We're going to be real with it. What's blocking new love here for Scorpio? What's a blocking new love for Scorpio? Oh, I see somebody got a light beam membership. I'm sorry, Scorpio. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. We accept you, one of us. Gooba gaba, gooba gaba. Welcome to the Light Beans, Coogie. Welcome to the Light Beans. Welcome on in. All right, let's get it. Scorpio. 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 What is blocking that love, boo? What's blocking that love? Ooh. Some of you might be getting some love coming in. What's this about? Boo, you may not have any blocks to love. I don't know. Hold on. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. So the only little caveat that I'm seeing here is there's a couple things. Okay. So you have 10 of cups, by the way. It came out for you. So, I mean, that looks like a clear path to love for somebody. Some of you actually may be connecting with somebody in the near future. Like, you've got very strong, positive love energy and like connection here. Possibly with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could also have that in your chart. I have Aries here in the major arcana. I have Libra as well, Justice. I feel there's a couple things. So, one of those things could be that your standards are really, really high, which isn't bad. That's not a bad thing. You just don't want to get into like Seinfeld territory where you're like picking faults and finding fault with everybody. I actually see that you have a really good job, do a fairly decent job of like closing out old cycles and old connections, knowing when something isn't serving you well and how to like, close that out. um it does feel though that there's like a couple things. It could be a couple things. Okay, one could be that you have a sense of like independence, and there's this like maybe possibly torn a little bit between wanting to connect with somebody but then also really fiercely treasuring your independence in a sacred way. Because so here you have the 10 of cups, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the King of Wands, right? So you have a perfect pair. But what's interesting is you have that 9 of Pentacles in between them. So it's like there's this desire to connect. The love is there. It's all great. But then there's this like, independent streak and energy between the two, right? It may be too that you tend to gravitate towards partners that are themselves fiercely independent, people who don't really need you, don't really need your partnership, don't really need your support, which again, that's not a terrible thing. You have the Emperor here. But when you have like two sort of masculines in a connection, um, and you don't have the person who's the receiver in that connection, you have two people who are wanting to give, but nobody to like really receive. There's sort of this battle of wills, right? So it's almost feeling like it could be any number of those things. Desire for love and connection is there, but it could be either you're picking partners that are way too independent, or you yourself are torn between wanting your independence and also wanting that connection. Those are the things that I'm seeing here. The positives, I'm seeing a lot of readiness for a relationship. I'm seeing a good job of sort of closing out old chapters with exes, like being able to close things out in a way that's healthy, in a way where you have closure, in a way where you have learned the lessons that you need to learn, prepare yourself to give to the next one. You're looking for someone who's an equal partner. And I think part of the issue that I'm seeing here is that you may not be finding a partner that complements you. What you need is a partner that complements you, not one that you're competing with, right? Where you're coming with the same energy, right? That's the strongest thing I'm seeing, really, to be honest with you. You need someone who balances and complements you, not someone that is in competition with you, right? I also want to say be careful and be mindful of any sort of controlling energy here, any sort of need to be right, need to be in charge, need to be in control, because I am picking up that energy here too, Scorpio. There's a need to maybe soften that approach a little bit, not to be so aggressive with the energy of I'm in charge, I'm in control, you know, I don't need anybody, or you know what I mean? Somebody has to be the receiver. You got to have a giver, you got to have the receiver, and it's got to go back and forth. You got to have that switch between the two. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, what's the advice really quickly? I feel like I gave you advice, but let me see if there's any other advice. Scorpio. I think some of my Scorpions are like super close to being in a connection. It's like right there. The only thing I'm going to say on this in terms of your advice is like don't try to force anything. Go a little bit more with the flow and trust that the right person is going to come when you need them to. Some of you may be moving on from another connection right now and kind of in transition and looking forward to what's to come. And I have to say, if that's you and you resonate, you keep getting this King of Wands energy. Again, be really careful about power struggles in your relationships and your connections, Scorpio. It's feeling very strongly like you may be prone to power struggles. There may be a bit of an ego or battle of wills that you tend to encounter with other with individuals that you're connecting with. So be really, really careful of that. Okay. Sometimes it's not. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. But I am saying when it comes to like new love, like manifesting it in, calling it in, but not feeling like you have to be forceful with it. Allow things to kind of come together in divine timing, right? I also see like show yourself friendly, be honest. Be honest, show yourself friendly. It's really kind of, I think it's going to come easy for you, to be honest with you. If you're looking for something new, I honestly feel like it's going to come easy for you. Just don't try to control it. Just allow things to kind of flow in the way that they're supposed to in divine timing. Your next person coming in could be a Gemini, could have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their charts. Maybe you have that in your chart. You have also Wheel of Fortune, so fixed energy, Leo, Scorpio, that's you, Taurus, Aquarius. Keep manifesting and calling it in, but allow things to kind of flow in divine timing. I feel like yeah, I think also too lead with humor. Some of you could have a really good sense of humor and maybe you're bearing the lead, you know what I mean? Like I think your humor and your charm can go farther than you think, you know? It sometimes it's just like that, just telling a little joke or being a little funny, a little cute, and letting your charm speak for you without feeling like you've got to try to force something. Yeah, that's what I have for you. Here it come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on his way. I don't know why that came. All right, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. Hey, Janet. Hey, Angel. How are y'all doing? Okay. We'll go to, yes, Sagittarius. Are you a Saggy, Angel? What is your sign? Oh, you told me earlier. Aren't you a Libra? Wait, I'm getting all confused now. Um I know. That's awesome. Look at all the light beams in here. I'm so excited. Lost a couple, gained a couple more. That's how it goes and flows. So grateful. All right, 25, 35. I'm so glad you guys are deciding to grow and glow with the channel. All right, let's go, Cappies. Oh no, Saggies, then Cappies. Sorry, Sagittarius. It's me, Jess, owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, Saggies. What is the situation in love for you, boo? What's going on? What is blocking love for my Sagittarius people? What is blocking love for Saggies? Yes, Libra sun. That's what I thought. We just did this earlier. We just did that. We figured that out earlier. What's blocking love for you? And then we'll get you some advice. Speaking of light beams Delaney's in the house. Hey, boo. All right, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. All right, Saggies. What's blocking love? Well, all right. You also have love not far away, right around the corner, but I think there's okay, I see what's going on. You're okay. Sometimes some of you Sagittariuses are overgivers. Like you're giving possibly to the wrong connections or the wrong people. Some of you might have been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like you've had some problems with an ex or exes in the past where you overgave to the point where it burned you out. It almost feels like you were taken advantage of. Your generosity was taken advantage of for some of you. Okay. And it left you feeling like, what did I do that for? To be honest, like, what did I literally do all that giving for? Why did I invest so much in this person? Why was I so generous with my time, my money? I'm getting food for some of you. Maybe you like to cook for people or, or buy them food or buy them things, give them gifts maybe. But it's giving the sense of like, you're a giver, but you gave too much to the wrong person or wrong people, and it's left you wounded. You're here in this wounded warrior energy, 9 of Wands. So, it's not a bad trait. That's a good thing. You're a giver. It's just that you can't give from an empty cup. And the way your cup gets empty is when no one's giving back to you, right? It's got to go both ways in a partnership. Again, like what we were saying with, I think it was Libra or Scorpio, partnership. It's about partnership. It's equal give and take in a connection. You give to them, they give to you. You fill each other's cup, right? And nobody should be coming from a place of neediness. No one should be coming from a place of emptiness. So it's like, it's feeling like we go through seasons too, like where one doesn't have it to give and the other one does. And then when the other one has it to give, then they give and the other, you know what I mean? So, but that's the thing, there needs to be an energy of reciprocity. Not saying that that's the point of relationships, but that should be a part and parcel of, like, you shouldn't be in a one-sided connection or one where somebody's taking and you're giving. You get it, right? So I think you have a big heart. I think there's a lot of generosity here and a desire to nurture the person that you really love and care for. It's just that you have to make sure first that they sort of prove to you that they're not just taking, that they're giving back, right? That they're not just, it's sort of like the opposite of the Scorpio thing where it's like, you know, there has to be a receiver, but you have to be open to receive. You have to allow yourself to receive too. Some of you maybe have a hard time receiving or receiving love because you've been wounded, because you've been hurt. I'm also getting an energy of delay. So the energy of waiting too long, you know, of taking too much time to allow yourself to be open to love. But I'm also getting to that same energy with that Seven of Pentacles is you've sown so much, but you haven't reaped the reward, which is this love that you're seeking, right? That love's just not there. It's not coming through. So, I also want to say, don't be too scared to take a leap, though. If it does feel right and you are meeting somebody here who is giving, who is reciprocal, who cares about you, who's expressing feelings to you, who's showing you that sort of nurturing, caring, loving energy, then it's like, I don't know, it's almost giving a little bit for some of you, Saggy, the energy of somebody who's been really wounded in love. So your perception of love is that you're the one who's the caretaker, you're the one who's the giver, right? You're used to being in that role. So when somebody, and this is, I'm going to say it again, when somebody tries to give to you and tries to show you love and tries to nurture you and wants you, it's almost like I feel like there's a little bit of this scared energy of like allowing yourself to take that leap. Like you hold yourself back, you overthink about it, right? But it maybe you feel it feels a little bit more natural for you to be the giver, because that's what you learn. That's how, you know, maybe you learned that from your parents. You know, maybe you were a caretaker, maybe you were a nurturer to your siblings, to your parents, to people around you. But you weren't used to getting or receiving that as much in return. So it's like you're comfortable with that role, but you need to also be able to receive love too, and to be able to make sure that you're choosing partners that can give you that same level of nurturing, loving care in return, right? Okay. So that's what I got for you. Any other advice for my Saggies? Any other advice for my Saggies? Sagittarius. Hey, Luz. Yeah. Ooh, some of you found the truth out about something or someone and recently left a dumpster fire of a situation, or you have in the past. Okay, let's not dwell on that. Advice 10 of Wands. Again, you don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, boo. All of the responsibility. You know, I'm getting a very strong energy if somebody is like, I do the cooking, I do the cleaning, I pay all the bills, I take care of the kids, I do everything. You need to like sit down. You like my grandma. My grandma, like anytime she sat down, she'd fall asleep. So she'd never sit. She'd always be doing stuff. You got to chill. You need to be in a partnership where, again, you feel comforted, you feel cared for. You need to learn how to allow people to care for you and love on you and give to you where it's equal and balanced and fair. And it's not you carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? Be discerning when it comes to people. And selectively give only when you know it's a safe person and a safe space for you to give to. Okay. I'm getting that, like, why would I buy the cow if the milk is for free? And it doesn't mean about sex only, you know. It's like if you're meeting all the needs for somebody, one, how can you expect them to try to learn to care for themselves? But two, where is there room for them to care for you, you know? So I'm just saying, look for love that's balanced, and don't overgive of yourself to where you wear yourself out. Okay, boo? Don't know. Sounds like you minus kids. Yeah. Do you have pets? On this channel, the pets are the kids too, you know? Hey, everybody. I count the pets as the kids. Hey, Heather. 2 kitties. I had 2 kitties until my Zimmy passed away. All right, Cappies, you guys already 35 for Capricorn. Hey, my goat babies. Somebody said that your new good message wasn't very good. So I said, oh, heck no, let's run it back. So Capricorn, real fast, what's the new good coming to you, boo-boo? And I don't want to hear about it anymore from y'all. You gotta find the good in the new good readings, y'all. It's always there. But real fast, Capricorn, what's that new yummy good coming to you, boo boo? For the people who were crying in the comments, you know who you are. All right, let's go. Capricorn, new good coming to you, boo. Ooh, this is really good. So it looks like you've got some kind of breakthrough with something you've been manifesting. Expect some communication or forward movement with regard to something you've been wishing for, hoping for, manifesting. It could be something related to your work, career, or finances. It could also be someone confessing feelings to you or expressing to you how they feel. Maybe they've been a little bit scared to tell you how they feel or intimidated in some way, but you've got something coming through. Okay. But yeah, I see something that you've been wishing for, hoping for, and been manifesting is coming through. So expect some kind of communication. You could also be hearing from somebody, maybe a friend or a lover reaching out to you soon. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini. I think you got some like good luck coming in love too. Something coming in love for you, boo. A positive change with regard to your love life. All right, something you've been wishing for. Again, expect some kind of communication or breakthrough when it comes to something you've been manifesting. All right. Now I don't want to hear about it. Bye. Let's go. You're looking for that. Listen, I'm about to put the smackdown on people. That's what I'm about to do, is what I'm gonna do. People take advantage of my kindness and mistake it for weakness. I'm not a weak one. Definitely not that. All right, Capricorn, let's get it for you, boo. What is blocking new love? Looks like you got it coming, but let's see. It's blocking new love for Capricorn. CAPRICORN, Capricorn. Oh, nostalgia. It's that good old nostalgia. It's the dwelling on the past and idealizing past love, maybe being a little bit too stuck in nostalgia land. You might have had a partner in the past that was like treated you so good or so well that it's like nothing compares to them for some of y'all. Okay. If not that, it could also have been like you had a really great like parents, mother or father or both, or they had a really great relationship. Blessings to you if that's your situation. So rare to see, but there's enough. There are plenty of people who do have that, to be honest. But it could be that too. Like you had some people here that just demonstrated or showed a beautiful example of love to you, whether that be past love that you had or whether that be family. It just feels like 6 of Cups, you have the Empress, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Like you got really high standards because you experienced in some regard, whether again that be through family or that be through past relationships, you experienced like really, really great examples of what love can be or what a relationship can be. When someone is solid and stable and, mature, committed, loving, emotionally available. So, I mean, that's not bad. But if you're looking for new and you're like kind of stuck on this old, and maybe that there's a little bit of inflexibility when it comes to like, okay, but what about moving forward? Now what? What's the next thing? What's coming in for me? Right. Um, so it's like, I mean, I love this energy, to be honest, Capricorn. I really do love it. But if you're stuck very much on the past, um, it's a little bit hard. I don't know if somebody struggles too because they have children. I'm going to say this won't be everybody's story, but somebody, if you have children, you may have very high standards and that you're looking for like the proper partner for your child. Again, not a bad thing, right? You want to have high standards if you're a single parent and you're looking for somebody who's going to be a role model for your child or who you're going to bring into, your family dynamic. Yeah, you want to have high standards in that regard, right? But I know that it's hard sometimes for single parents to find love for that reason, because you have to be more vigilant about who you bring into your child's life. So I am getting a little bit of that energy too, particularly if you're a female Capricorn, that may be your situation. So let's see, Capricorn. What advice do I have for you? What advice is there here for you, boo? Did I show you the cards? I don't know if I did. All right. You have the Six of Cups. You have the Empress. You have the King of Cups. And you have the King of Pentacles. See all these people. And then Three of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. This deck is very loved. It's very well loved. Also, there's one more message. Some of you, also Capricorn, may struggle with options. It may also be for some of you that you may struggle with options here too. I feel like some of you guys have love around that. Like some of these I'm reading for, I'm gonna be real. I don't feel like all y'all are totally single. Some of you have a lot of love energy around you. Like some of you, I feel like got love around the corner. And Capricorns, it feels a wee bit like y'all do too. Possibly like a soulmate connection wanting to come your way. It may be that you have more than one person here to choose from. So you may have to make a decision about what you want. All right, what's the advice? What's the advice for you? Oh, thanks for that, Nixie. Yeah, it's okay if it doesn't resonate. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, and do watch your other placements. I don't know everybody's sign, but hey, Julia, what's good, girl? How are you, Miss Julia? How's Amina? All right, let's get into it. CAPRICORN, Capricorn. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Advice for Capricorns. Whoopsies. Why do I keep hearing looking for love in all the wrong places? Oh my. Capricorn, what's this though? I don't know if you get into analysis paralysis. I don't know if you get like stuck in your head and feeling conflicted about whether you, or not you even want new love. Tell me more. You got the sun in reverse, the 5 of swords, the 8 of swords. Tell me more about this sun reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're giving. Why am I getting so much different energy for you, Capricorn? This is what's giving me now. It's giving me again, like you have a hard time choosing. 7 of cups. I don't know if it is this nostalgic, dreamy energy, or also possibly like you're you have a hard time choosing, like a kid in the candy store. You want all the options. Am I reading for like so many different people right now? What's going on here? So I feel like this is like, it's really kind of saying to me, allow something in, boo. Like I feel like sometimes like you sabotage your own opportunities for happiness is what it's kind of giving to me. Like you're sabotaging your own opportunities for happiness by either not choosing, by being stuck in like dreamy nostalgia land, or I don't know if this is the energy of being like overly critical or analytical about things. I'm not getting that as much, but it's sort of saying like, stop sabotaging your own happiness and stop feeling too like love. Relationships take work. It takes some effort, right, to build. So if you're hoping that everything comes like super easily, just remember it's going to take a little bit of work and effort to build. I'm not saying it should be hard. Relationships should not be hard, but they do take work. And so there's a need to kind of, I feel like, work through the challenging and difficult times, even. Sometimes maybe you have a tendency to shut down or close off if you have conflict with your partner or your person. Okay, instead of trying to work through it and work on it. So allowing that energy to like work together, work through the difficult and challenging times, and not sabotage your own happiness. It's really what I got for you. I really hope that helps. Took a little bit of a turn there. But yeah, I feel like it's not that you don't have options, but don't take the hard times or the difficult times or the challenges, or like, oh, we had a little tiff there, or, oh, we're not seeing eye to eye on this, or oh, that was a little bit of a rough patch. Like don't take that to mean that they have lost feelings for you or it's over. You know what I mean? Like open up, allow yourself to work through and communicate with your person. Like open up and communicate, I think, is one of the biggest takeaways here. Don't shut down. Be open. Be a little bit more of an open book and allow yourself to work through and communicate through whatever the difficult times and the challenges are. Okay. That doesn't mean that person has lost their shine. Do you know what I mean? Just because you start to see cracks or flaws doesn't mean that they're still not a great option for you, right? For those of you who had the high standards, like it's reminding me of the movie White Christmas, and there's like that whole thing about like Bing Crosby and the whole thing about, oh God, was it Rosemary Clooney, having this vision of she wants this white knight on a steed or whatever. And then there's that whole situation, and they fall for each other. And there's that whole situation where she hears the rumor that he did this and that. and it wasn't even true, but she believed the rumors and the gossip of it all and started to see him in a different light, and it just totally ruined him for her. And instead of talking to him about it and being like, hey, this is what I heard, is this true? And him saying like, wait, no, that's not how it's happening at all, and let's talk through this, let's work through this. She just jumped to particular conclusions and then shut down and ran away. So I feel like whoever I'm speaking to right now with this, the reason that must have come up for me is I may be speaking to a Capricorn who has a tendency to do that. Oh, we are going through a difficult time, I'm going to shut down, I'm changed my whole opinion of you, like you're not meeting the standard that I set or whatever, or the vision that I had for this. You know what I mean? It's not meeting that expectation. So I'm going to shut down, instead of, how can we work through this together? How can we team up, partner up? How can we communicate through this? How can we fix this? Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? I hope that helps somebody. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. Aquarius. What's happening? Julia, what's going on? Oh, boo. I'm so sorry, Julia. That's really, really, really rough, boo. I'm so sorry about that. Oh man. Big hugs to you and Amina and the whole family. And the family of that little girl. Girl, I'm sorry to hear that. Take really good care of yourself and your heart, boo. I know you give so much. I'm glad you, at least you had the opportunity to be a part of her life and shine some light in her world. And I just really hope that that somehow gives you some comfort. I know you give a lot to those kids, so I really hope that at least that thought brings you some comfort, and just really take good care of yourself. Oh no, Delaney. Did your thing didn't work out, boo? I'm sorry, boo. Yeah, if the other person won't communicate, there's nothing you can really do about it. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next sign, but you guys give some love to Julia in there, please. All right. Okay, Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What's blocking love? What's blocking the new love from coming in? It's blocking new love from coming in. Yeah, and it was long distance, Delaney. Long distance is super hard. You have to be really good at communicating. One, two, you have to, at some point, somebody has to decide to move closer to the other. I mean, you can't do that forever. There has to be an end date to it. It's tough. I've seen like beautiful relationships work out long distance, and people get married, but eventually somebody moves to the other. Eventually it has to happen, and you have to really make it a lot of effort to communicate, to visit each other, all the things. It's hard. All right, AQUARIUS, Aquarius. What's blocking love for Aquarius? So it may be for you. I told you guys are not going to like me on these, so I already knew, but we're doing it anyways. And hopefully it helps somebody. If it helps at least one person, then we're good. But I do feel like this is a hard time deciding to commit. It's looking a little bit like there's an energy here of maybe possibly liking to taste the flavors of the rainbow. Maybe commitment's not your thing, or maybe it's something you don't want right now, down the road, not in the future, or not in the near future. 7 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 2 of Wands. Bottom, we have the 2 of Cups. Some of you may have been involving yourself in relationships or connections where there's a third party or multiple people, and either that's not your thing or you want to be able to be free, and that's totally fine. Like, just because we're talking about relationships and love and whatever, I mean, not traditional isn't for everybody, you know? Some of the some of the people that are in my life who have the longest, most like best relationships that I know don't get married, haven't gotten married, and don't have any plans to get married. You know what I mean? It's whatever works for you. You know, some people don't want the government involved in their relationship. I don't know. It's like, whatever. I don't do you, boo. But I'm seeing there's a little bit of this. There's something like weird here about too many options, or possibly like in having been involved with people that are not honest, have cheated, maybe. So I'm not sure where you fall in this. If you're the one who is the one that likes to have your options open, isn't like ready to settle down or commit to somebody like right now, maybe in the future, maybe right now you just kind of want to have a fun time. Or if you have involved yourself time and again with individuals who were not honest. Now that's the thing, is like, I don't think there's anything wrong with not being like settled down or what have you, as long as you're honest about it. Like, this is what I want. I want to be able to date different people. I'm not ready to commit right now. But I'd like to get to know you. As long as people are honest, this is the problem. People don't communicate, I think, enough openly and honestly. You know, there will be somebody for you. There will be somebody for you. Just be honest. But I don't know if that's your situation, Aquarius, if you've had your heart broken by people who are lying and cheating, or if you are kind of in this energy of, I just want to explore. I want to see what's out there. Commitment, maybe someday down the road. But right now, I just kind of want to have some fun. I want to explore. So you tell me. Let me clarify. I'm sorry, Delaney Boo. Aquarius, tell me more about this 7 of Cups for Aquarius. Yeah. This is giving the energy of you possibly have been with, either take it as it resonates. This is what I felt initially, right when I first saw the 7 of Cups, is this energy of like, I want to taste the flavors of all of the rainbow. I want all 32 flavors and then some. You know what I mean? Like, I want it all. Give it to me all. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. So I don't know, man, if this is the kind of person that you end up involved with, or if that's you, Aquarius. No judgment. Never that. It's just me reading what I'm feeling in terms of the energy. So there's definitely this energy of like, I want it all. I want to taste all the flavors of the rainbow, right? It may be that you've had people try to lock you down and you're just like, I don't want that right now. I just want to explore and have my fun. Can't I? Can't I just have a little bit of fun? But I don't know. This is nasty energy over here. So as long as you're honest about it, but again, flip it, switch it. It could be that you've been with people who were selfish, who were not honest with you, who were themselves exploring all the flavors of the rainbow. But that's what we got. We got a little bit of an infidelity issue, so to speak. I think sometimes people really try to like settle themselves down and lock themselves in when they're not really ready. And if they're honest with themselves, they know, you know, I'm not really ready. I feel like I really need to explore more options. I feel like I need to kind of enjoy people a little bit more. I need to kind of you know what I mean? Or too soon, or they jump into something too soon with somebody before they really know them and are sure that that's a good match for them. So again, there's nothing wrong with being in this energy of exploring as long as we're open and honest about it, right? Advice for Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius. I keep hearing the song like, I want it all. I want it now. I don't know who that is. Aquarius, advice. Oh my Lord. Really though? Really, dude? You could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could have been dealing with Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn. I think, like, for you, boo, take your time exploring. There's nothing wrong with it. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. Enjoy being single. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy exploring. Take your time. I don't feel like you should feel pressured or rush to commit if you're not really wanting that right now. It's okay. Don't let anyone shame you for that. There's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, there's maybe commitment is something you want down the road and not something you necessarily need right now. Don't feel rushed into something if it doesn't feel right. Take your time. That's totally okay. If you want to kind of have different options, if you're kind of feeling like I want to taste the rainbows, the flavors of the rainbow, then by all means. I don't. That's your advice. That's your advice. Like, don't rush into anything. Take your time. Enjoy being single while you can. Once you're committed, you're committed. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole different world. So if you want to take your time, do you, boo? That's what I got for you. Don't let anyone try to rush you into something. Just be honest about it. That's all. There's different ways to love, there's different ways to love. I hope that made sense for somebody out there. These are definitely hitting different than I thought they would. So I know these are messages for somebody. So whoever it's for, take it. If it's not yours, don't take it. Okay? That's just how we're doing it tonight. Okay, no worries, Nixie Boo. Taste all the different flavors of the rainbow. I'm just saying, take your time. Don't rush into commitment. That'll come. But if you want to explore and see what's out there, enjoy yourself. Have fun. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Yeah, that's true too, Pam Bear. Rushing can make you miss some red flags. That's true. That's absolutely true. It feels nice to have like that sort of sense of, okay, I've got my partner, like, yay. But once you're in it, you don't want to regret that decision later. So anyways, let's go. Let's go to the next one. Pisces people. We got Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and then Virgo. What is going on? Fuzzies and all that. All right. Pisces 10459. Hi Pisces, it's me, Jess, owner of My Taropist. Swimmy, swim, swim. Get your fins out, fishy friends. Julia. Julia, I rushed and got Amina out of it. That's all. But see, good things can come out of the rushing. Because she's a good. She's a good. All right. Fishy friends, what in the heck is blocking new love, boo? What in the heck is blocking new love, my fishy friends? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Let's get it. And then we're going to get some advice. PISCES, Pisces. Woo, it's hot in her. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, fishy friends, it's the heartbreak you got to let go of. Some of you guys are still clinging to some sort of heartbreak here. You got to allow yourself to heal, man. You got to allow yourself to heal. And I know that's easier said than done, but there's a healing here. I feel some of you have had some really painful endings and heartbreak here when it comes to love and relationships. Kind of feels like you're feeling a little bit wary of trying and continuing to try, and feeling like, dang, I'm hearing I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't never gonna keep me down. So there's like a feeling of like, ouch, but I'm gonna keep going. But how many times do I have to get those knives stuck in me? You know what I mean? Like, ouch. I feel you, boo. There's just a need. Really, honestly, Pisces, your only thing here is stop holding on to the heartbreak. Stop holding on to the heartbreak and this identity of victimization when it comes to love. Like, some of you could have a deep mother wound as well that you're needing to heal and release. Some anger or resentment towards a mother figure. That's not for everybody, but there's this feeling and a sense of like, yeah, ouch. I've taken a few ouchies, but it's like, instead of letting them go, those knives, and pulling them back out of you and releasing them and then allowing those wounds to close up and heal up, it's sort of like, it almost feels like you've internalized those swords. They're now a part of you. It's become a part of you and your identity and who you are. Almost like it's provided a sort of safety net, like a place of comfort for you in a way. But I feel like what you're not realizing is that's the very thing that's blocking love from coming, right? So I feel like love is right there for you, as if you allow yourself to be sort of reborn. Even this is the same woman, with those swords in her body, and then now, like, being reborn, allowing herself to heal and cleanse. You're a fishy friend. Look into like also any kind of water therapy there, fishy friends. Any sort of aquatic therapy that could maybe help you heal, cleanse. But just not taking and absorbing that pain and the betrayal and the heartbreak, and not absorbing it and creating it as part of your identity. Okay. But instead presenting yourself as the healed version of yourself, not the wounded version of yourself. Okay. That's really what I have for you. I don't want to belabor it because I feel like I'm a little bit, I feel like I'm kind of going long on these, and I don't want to go long on them. It's really just trying to be to the point with it. And I feel like there's something here too about needing to explore and be a little bit more adventurous and I know it hurts and it's hard sometimes when you are in that wounded warrior energy to kind of like keep putting yourself out there. But I think it won't hurt as much if you adopt a new identity, a healed identity, the healed version of yourself, right? Um, more advice here for my fishy friends. You may want to try a different type too. Let me see if that comes out, but you may want to go for a different type than you usually do. Hold on, it's reminding me of somebody. Okay, hold on. PISCES, Pisces. Advice for Pisces. Ooh. Oh, you gotta go, Delaney. Okay, bye, boo. Bye, bye. It was good to see you. So, fishy friends. Good Lord. I want to say for sure, try a different type. I kind of get a feeling of like shake it up, like try something completely different. You may be kind of stuck in some sort of loop and cycle. Like you may need to change it up, switch it up. Whatever you've been like attracted to, it may be like not the thing that the very thing that's kind of continuing to cause pain and like disappointment. It's kind of like try something entirely new. And the reason I was laughing before is, yeah, some of you dealt with some not good, not healthy individuals, maybe people who are not really honest with you. You might have thought it was real love, but they were pulling the wool over your eyes kind of deal. You know what I mean? I think it's like the advice is try something different, something totally different than your usual type. Mix it up. Go for something completely different. Change and try something different or a different approach, maybe. I was laughing because there was like this guy that I'm friends with, and he used to he used to say like to women all the like his female friends and whatever, like, and I know I'm not everyone who's a Pisces watching this is female, but or likes men, but whatever. The point is, I mean, a lot of y'all are women that don't even like men, and you date women, and that's totally cool too. So I have to try to watch what I say, so I'm not like I'm inclusive because we're about inclusivity on this channel. So, but that being said, just go with this is how he phrased it. Like he would always say like you girls are like going after these guys because they look cool or whatever, but really what you should be going for is like the really nerdy guy with like the really boring 9 to 5 job, or he like he works for the post office or whatever, and he plays video games at home all the time, he's not going out. And like what I mean, he's like you need to go for the nerdy guy that's like always at home and has like the really boring steady job, instead of like the sexy musician or the athlete or the guy who's always at the gym and like I don't know, I'm not saying it quite the way he said it, but it was basically something to that effect. Like you're going for these guys that are the exact type of guy that would be more likely to leave you heartbroken. Yeah, just don't want a man child. No, none of that. You don't want that, but not that. But you know what I'm saying. Basically, he's like, just go for like the really boring nerdy guy. Like that's what you really need. Anyways. Oh man. Okay. All right, let's go to Aries. Oh my God, FG, it's not. That's not what we're saying, and that's not what I'm saying. God, get over that. For real though, like that's not what's happening. It's not what I'm saying. All right, Aries. 1:14:45. Aries people. Hi, it's me, Jess, owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. Let's go. I'm not the one who's doing that. You're the one who keeps bringing that up. It's not me. And I don't understand why you do. All right, let's go, Aries. What is blocking you in love? What is blocking you in love? All right. And advice. And advice. Aries. What is blocking you in love and advice, Aries? Okay. No, I didn't, and I'm not going to argue with you about this again. Seriously, I'm not. Sorry, Aries. I'm going to start you over, Aries. I wasn't saying that. That's not what I was saying. If you don't get me, you don't get the vibes, you don't get what I'm saying. If you're not connecting, then why are you here? Truly, because you're the one who keeps bringing this up over and over. I could list many times that you started and initiated a conversation like that. That's not my energy. That's not what I'm doing. And if you don't get it, then why are you here? Because I'm not arguing with you about this again. I'm not. I'm truly not. It's the last time that it's coming up. It's the last time that we're going to have this discussion, FG. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what the hurt is that's in you that you're projecting onto me, but I'm tired of it. It's clearly a you problem. It's not a me problem. And stop projecting that hurt onto me. I don't know what happened to you or what your situation is. I don't know, but this is the last time that we're doing this. Okay? This is my channel. This is my business. This is the work that I'm trying to do to help others. And you're being disruptive by continuing to cause this drama and this division that is not what it's not what I'm putting out at all. I just literally said I'm about inclusivity. So I don't know where you're coming from with that. But it's the last time we're having this discussion and then you're blocked. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry to everybody else. But this is the last time that I'm doing this. And there's a lot of history with this. And so I've had it. I've had it like literally up to here. I'm really, really done with it. I'm really done with it. Okay. 1:18:18 for Aries. Okay, Aries, starting you over, boo. What is blocking you in love? And what's the advice? What is blocking you in love? And what's the advice? Pam, it's not you. It's not you. All right, we'll get into it. It's not you, Pam. And please don't, like, you guys are not seeing there's a history here and there's conversations that are happening off of this live. There's conversations that have happened in the chat, on the live, and I'm at a point where I am really, really uncomfortable with certain people or a person right now and this isn't the only time this has happened on my channel, where I have people come in and they're trying to put a particular narrative out there and project their crap onto me that I'm not putting out there. If you guys have been part of my channel long enough, you've been on my lives, you've talked to me, I've done readings for you. You should know my heart by now. And so what happens is there's some people who come in, and I know that there's a lot of hurting people out there. But when you come in and you bring that hurt in a way that's trying to be disruptive or cause division or create issues, or you're mad at somebody else that's in the chat and you're trying to be passive aggressive about it, it's like, it's garbage, and I'm not here for it. There are people, most of the people who watch these lives watch them later. They don't watch it during the live. They're not in the chat. And so it's really disrespectful, not only to me, but you're disrupting what I'm doing in the flow of what I'm doing by doing that, FG. Okay. You're not being high vibe though, FG. I'm not fooled. I've seen what you're doing, and you've been doing this for a while, and I'm really tired of it. It's manipulative, and it's disruptive. And I'm not fooled by it. You were really rude to me the other day. You were incredibly rude and disrespectful to me in the chat, and then you disappeared, and then you came back later and you try to pretend like nothing is wrong, but you dropped your membership, and then you started to be like, everything is hunky-dory. I'm not stupid. It's like, what are you doing? It's not cool. Thanks, Monette. It's like, I just, like, at some point you have to, I can't, like, you're disrupting the flow of what's happening. And I'm not going to put you on blast and talk about other stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, but I'm not here for the drama and the bullcocky banana foo-foo shishi. I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm about. And I'm not going to be dragged into it because you're upset with some certain people, and then you're using my channel as a platform to be passive aggressive. It's not cool. Go heal and work on you, boo. I really hope you do. I really do. But this is not the place for that. It's not the place for that. And you don't know what everybody's going through. I do. I know what some of these people are going through on a personal level. And to bring in this kind of, to project your garbage in a room full of people that already have a lot of stuff going on. Right before I came in this live, I got really bad news about a family member of mine that passed. But I was like, I'm going to come on. I'm going to be the light because that's what I'm here to do. And I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to come on and be in that energy. And then Julia came in and she had a really sad thing going on. And it's like, you want to get back to this, like, he said, she said, man versus woman, like, low vibrational stuff. That's not high vibe. That's very low vibe. It's not what we do here. It's an inclusive space. This is an inclusive space, and I'm not dumb. I can see what you're doing. It's not the first time you brought that stuff up, dude. And it's not cool. Okay? And I'm being really, really nice to you about this. I'm being really nice to you about this. A lot of people would have already blocked you from their channel. But I know that you're going through your own stuff, and I can feel that too. And I know you're in pain, and I know that. But this isn't the way to deal with it. Okay? All right. And I say that with love, but at some point, you don't even know what I've been through on this channel and all the stuff that I've had to deal with in the almost 5 years or 4.5 years of this channel, over 5 years of My Taropist. I'm a single female business owner who lives on her own, is trying to make, her place in the world and shine light and give love to other people. And for you to come in and try to bring all of your garbage, it's really, and you say you're high vibe. That's not high vibe, boo. It's not. It's not. Being really disrespectful, and I'm being really kind right now. Thanks, you guys. Yeah. I'm not blocking you. I'm not kicking you off, but I'm telling you, I'm not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. If you want to start your own channel and have to go through what it takes to run a channel for over 4 years and deal with all the bullcocky from people and still smile like I am and all the crap that I've had to deal with, like, for real, if you want to, like, go be my guest, please do. It's not that easy, boo. It's not that easy. It's really not. But please be my guest. And then you can say whatever you want on your platform and do whatever you want on your own platform. It's totally fine. Do you want me to pull the receipts from all the things you've said, FG? From all of it? Do you really want to go there? Yeah, please send Reiki. Oh my God. It's not, you're not just being disrespectful to me, you're being disrespectful to all of the other people who are watching now and watching in the future. But I'm going to stop now and we're going to move on and move forward to the next sign. Okay. Whatever interpersonal stuff you guys have with people, please deal with it off of my channel. I don't want to be involved in any of it. I really don't. I just am here to do what I'm doing, which is reading for you all. And that's it. But no hate, all love, but I've had enough, honestly, truthfully. All right. Love you guys. Love you guys. I mean, you're lucky I'm Jess because you go to like Tyler Tarot and he'd be cussing you out. At least I'm not doing that. Like, because that's not me. It's not my heart. And that's not what I'm going to do. And I wouldn't do it. But all right. Love to you guys. Honestly, we're good. All right. Starting it over 12707 for Aries. He needs soap in every pile. Oh no, Angel. I was happy to do that for you because I feel like you needed it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to do the readings. I'm not here to deal with all of the extra crap. It's like, it's really ridiculous. And that's not what I was saying. You guys know that's not what I was saying. I literally just said that I'm about inclusivity and then we got that crap. So it's like, but please understand if you're new here or don't know, because you don't know, because I keep everything quiet and private and off the channel, sometimes to my own detriment, because then people think that I'm the problem and I'm the one who's being crazy, and I'm not. It's that I'm being hit with stuff all the time, having this platform all the time, and I'm at a point where I'm like so done with it. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into it. Thank you all. Yeah, it's totally fine, and I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at FG. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just being firm. I have to set boundaries. Good Lord. All right, let's get it. It's all good. Blue saw. All right, Aries. What is blocking you in love, boo? What is blocking you in love, and what's the advice? What's blocking you in love, and what's the advice? ARIES, Aries. Aries, this is funny, actually. Because it feels like, okay, so truthfully, Aries, it's kind of funny because it feels like the problem is like you're too intuitive. Like, you be knowing things. It's almost like I think you can really read people and read their energy, as we were literally just talking about this. Like, you can read people and read their energy, and you pick up on stuff. And not that that's a bad thing. Again, so far, nothing that's come out is necessarily a bad thing, right? But too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? So you got the Ace of Wands and you got the High Priestess. So it's like you pick up on all the little subtleties, you feel the energy, you sense their intentions, and it makes you like nervous and anxious. 9 of Swords on the bottom. It's like you be seeing too much, Aries. You be knowing too much, and it makes you nervous. Aries. you're like you're like on high alert, like, oh my god, I feel something's in the air. Something is amiss, like I feel it, I sense it, I know it, and you're like on high alert. It's like makes you anxious. Oh god, that sounds terrible. I kind of know what that's like though. I kind of know what that's like. Oh my god. You're like, I don't know. What is it? What's that expression or that say? Like, there's a disturbance in the force. There's a disturbance in the force. Um, Aries, you might have Pisces in your chart. So, gosh, I think, yeah, it's like the problem with that, if there is a problem, it's just that sometimes it's like we immediately count people out. It's like we immediately are like, oh, nope, not them, not them, not them. Because we're sensing things and we're feeling things, but then it doesn't give us the opportunity to explore more and get to know them in a real way, like through conversation and spending time together. You know, you may be picking up on things or being highly intuitive or highly sensitive to where you like, you know, it's like it stops there. You feel too nervous around them, or you get this to this point where like I'm not going to explore more. I'm not getting deeper in terms of like actually having a conversation with them, actually like talking to them and getting to know them, you know what I mean? So there's a feeling in a sense of like maybe needing to lighten up a little bit and kind of like allow them to reveal themselves to you through conversation and hanging out and just having fun together. Like there's a little bit of a lack of levity with this. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit of a lack of like joy and levity, and like it's like yeah. And also too, understand that people can change, you know? I mean, I do believe that. I really do believe that people are capable of change and growth if they put in the effort to do so. That's the caveat. It's not like it happens magically and overnight. Like you have to actively work on that. We all do. We all always are, you know? And so there's a need there for also allowing change and transformation and growth, both within yourself and with the people that you're connecting with. Okay. So, oh, you have Pisces in your chart? Thank you. Thank you for that, Heather. I think you do understand. We haven't talked, but I think you understand. So thank you all. Julia. And I really appreciate y'all's support. I feel the shifting in the energy now, so it's a good thing. You have an anxiety disorder? Maybe some of you, honestly, can I say that too? Yeah, some of you Aries people may deal a little bit with anxiety. You may deal with like feelings of anxiety or anxiousness, get some nerves. Maybe some of you too are nervous a little bit about opening up yourselves, you know? All right, what's the advice for Aries? ARIES, Aries. Yeah, take the hands off the wheel a little bit, Aries. Allow things to go with the flow. I think the kind of people that are going to come into your life in terms of love connections and people that will feel drawn to, or are going to feel drawn to you in a way. Like, I don't think this is a thing where you have to be so anxious and nervous, because I think the people that are meant to be in your life will come into your life, you know, in divine timing. And it's a little bit like, trust a little bit that, you know, God knows what they're doing, and the people that are meant to come in are going to come in when they're supposed to. Do you know what I mean? I feel like your connections will feel more divinely guided and aligned. And that will help too if you are a very intuitive person, if you be knowing things and you be sensing things and picking up things. I think if you trust that part of yourself in a positive way, trust that you'll know also when this is meant to be, when it is being guided towards you, right? And when it's not, right? In divine will. So I really like that energy for you, actually, Aries, and it's good advice. Here you are, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, King of Wands energy, Queen of Swords. And you know what, though? Here's the good thing about that. Also, trust. This is all about trusting. Trust. Some of you need to work on trusting, because I think you'll know when it's also time. The heck was that? I heard something weird. To cut people off or to cut someone off. Oh, I left the door open. Probably Bo's out there. Um, yeah, you have discernment. You have the gift of discernment, which is good. So don't feel anxious or nervous about it, because I think when you'll know when somebody's right for you, and the right people are going to feel genuinely divinely guided towards you and to your path, and you'll also know when it's time to cut them out. So just, again, that gift of intuition and discernment is a blessing. Um oh my god, you guys. I locked Bo out. Hold on. I locked my cat out. But that's what I have for you, Aries. The sound I hear is Bo trying to come in. I locked him out. Okay, hold on. But that's the advice, Aries, is just have more trust and more faith that you're just, and allow your discernment and your intuition to serve you well in a positive way. Go with it. Use it as a power, as a superpower, rather than look at it as a negative thing. Okay. Hold on. Let me go get Bo. Hold on. Bojangles. Oh my gosh. You goofy boy. Oh, come here. Oh, now you're mad at me. I'm sorry. It was an accident. Oh my god. This is okay. This is a fun live, y'all. Just fun. You guys, please hit the like, hit the emojis, hype up the video afterward, because this has been a time, man. My lord. He was pissed at me. I'm sorry. It was an accident. What? I think it happened when I put out the trash, and I think he snuck out when I put out the trash, and then I ended up locking the door on him. Poor guy. I'm sorry, Bo. Oh my god. Okay. I was out there trying to survive. I tried to get him to come over. I tried to get him to come up here, but he didn't want to. He just walked right past me and went out the back door. And was like mad. Didn't even look at me. He was just mad at me. Poor guy. Oh my god. He was mad. He wouldn't even look at me. How dare you? Oh my God. Okay. We're going to go to Taurus. I almost want to just like give up, but no, we'll keep going. We got Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo left. We're gonna just keep rolling with it, man. 139.45 for Taurus. Hey Taurus, it's me, Jess, owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, Taurus, we're having a time tonight, man. Is it an Aries full moon? Is that what's going on? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, thanks for hanging in there with me, y'all. Oh my God. You left him out and blocked him. No, I wouldn't have done that on purpose to Bo. Poor guy. He's mad. All right, Taurus. What's blocking new love from coming in, Boo? And what's the advice? This was just a goofy one tonight, I guess. All right, TAURUS, Taurus. All right, what's blocking new love and what's the advice for you? Oh, wow. Okay. Taurus, look at you showing up in your own reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Well, you, like many, have had some broken heartedness and when it comes to love. But I think what's happened because of the broken heartedness, because of the sadness, because of the loss, because of having your heart broken, when you have worn your heart on your sleeve, when you have put yourself out there romantically or in love, it's like you learned from that experience to kind of close yourself off. You know what I mean? Like to kind of be more guarded. Well, that was a disaster. That was a catastrophe. I opened my heart up. I put myself out there and it ended terribly, right? So it's like, okay, now I'm going to be a little bit more protective. I'm going to be a little bit more stoic. I'm not going to be so quick to open up my heart and love, right? I'm going to try to steal myself from being hurt again. So there's the walls come up, right? So what's happening is when you meet someone, you get excited, you get interested, there's this hesitation to speak. You may be, I hate to say this, but you may be the kind of person, Taurus, who kind of, is like, well, let me do my research on them first. Like you love from afar maybe, or you want to scope your person out. You want to take your time to like go do the deep dive in social media or pull up their, what do you call it? Like do background check on them or whatever. You're like, let me check them out. Let me figure them out. Let me see if I can get to know them in this, like, Spidey sort of sense, before I just to make sure it's safe before I like tell them how I feel, right? There's a timidity around you, it feels like, with opening up your heart again. Okay. A hesitation, a timidity. And you may like to kind of, it kind of is giving this energy of someone who's like skulking in the shadows and like kind of like checking them out. I really like them. Let me pull up their Instagram and scroll through. Let me see who's their family, who are their friends, what are they up to, what kind of people are they? Have they cheated before? Who's their exes? Let me see. It's like, I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. But there's a need here, I feel like, for you to soften up and to like allow yourself to be open again. I mean, the thing is, we have to be vulnerable when it comes to love. If we don't open ourselves up, if we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we can't really connect with somebody, right? But yeah, it's good to make sure that you feel safe with somebody, but there's a million ways to get to know someone and to have conversation, to open up to them without feeling like you have to completely let all your walls down, right? Where without, you do that incrementally as you start to feel safer, as they've proven themselves to you. They're showing up, they're being consistent, they're volleying back with you. You share something, they share something back to you. Okay, cool. Let me share something a little bit more. Oh, they share back. Okay, cool. So we've got this thing going. Okay, I'm feeling safer. I'm feeling like I can open up because they're reciprocating, right? there's always the chance of being hurt. There's always that chance. But you have to find the people that you feel are the less likely to hurt you, and or people that you feel are worth you putting in that effort because they're giving back to you. It's that same, I think we had this for Sagittarius in a different way. With Sagittarius it was different, but you don't want any of your relationships to feel one-sided, where you're giving all the information, you're exposing everything about yourself, and they're giving you nothing, where you're making all the effort, you're putting all the energy in to keep conversation going, and they're giving you nothing, right? It needs to be that nice exchange. And but it's a risk. It's a risk. You're always putting yourself in a position of where, yeah, you can be hurt. But the journey and the experience of getting to know another human being on a deeper level is so exciting, that, for me, I feel like no matter what, it's always been worth it. Even if it ends up biting my ass in the end, it's always worth it. People are worth it. All right. What's the advice for you? Liz, you were trying to get Bo back. You were trying to get him back too. Oh my god, he's still mad at me. All right, TAURUS, Taurus. All right, Taurus, what's the advice aside from the advice we've already presented here? Any other advice for you? Oh, all right. I hate this kind of thing, but I know somebody was going to get it. There may be an ex that you haven't really fully moved on from there. Okay. So, and that's, maybe why, again, the walls up could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be Aries here as well. You may also too, I have to say, have been very strong and very independent for a really long time. So it may be that vulnerability also makes you nervous for that reason, because you may feel like you're giving up a sense of control over your own life or your autonomy in some capacity, right? So, but again, this is asking you to soften a little bit, let your guard down. You've got some love to give, but you're hiding that love away a little bit there, boo. You may have Virgo in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's in there, but it's like you gotta open yourself up to the love. You gotta take that leap and allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable. Okay. I feel like you're hesitating a little bit too much when it comes to that, right? So that's what I got for you, Taurus. And that's what I got for you, Taurus. All right. Geminis. Hi, Gemini. You're like, come on, Bo. Oh my god. Okay. Welcome back, FG. All right. I feel I need some lip gloss to pop in, y'all. Bojangles will get over it. He'll get over it. I hope he didn't oh god, I'm gonna have to go see if he made any accidents out there. He was out in the hall in the dark. Hopefully he didn't do anything bad. I'm gonna have to check it out. After the live. After we have Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Let's hit it for Gemini. All right. Gemini, let's kick you off at 148.48. Okay. Listen, hopefully he just will look at it like a little adventure. It's different, with something different. Break up his day, give him a little excitement in his life, I hope. But listen, that cat disappeared for 2 months, wandering around this island, God knows where in this little village. So if he can survive for 2 months out there of his own making, he did that to himself. He'll be okay for a couple hours in the hallway. He's cuckoo bananas, that boy. All right, let's go, Gemini. What is blocking love, and what is the advice around that? Let's get it. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. My Venus is in Gemini, so we'll see if even I resonate. We'll find out. All right, Gemini. GEMINI, Gemini. Whoa, hi. Cards are flying. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. This is what happened. The whole half the deck flipped over. Hold on, Gemini. Let's get it together. I'll take that out. What's going on with that? Some of you may work too much, Gemini. You may be too busy. You may have too much going on. It's maybe not giving a lot of time for love through Pentacles. We'll see. We'll see what that's about, and if anything else comes on or comes out for you. Let's see. Gemini. Tell me more for Gemini. GEMINI, Gemini. Gemini, what's blocking love? You got my energy of like school, of like being in school, of going to school, maybe you're too busy with work and school, like you've got too much going on. Hold on, let's get into it. This is obviously not everybody's doing that, but you got 3 Pentacles on the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this is like your focus right now is like work, school, career. Maybe you spent a lot of time trying to like build your career, go to school, get a good education. You know what I mean? Like you may have some particular, for some of you, this isn't everybody's, and I've got more to say, but like for some of you, it's like your focus maybe has been on building your legacy, building your career, school, like, do you know what I mean? Where there's not a lot of time here for love or social life or extracurriculars, right? That's really kind of what I'm getting, but I'm going to pull some more and see what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you delayed love. Like this is kind of weird when I'm getting like you put love or relationship and commitment sort of on the back burner or like in the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll do that. I'll settle down. I'll have a family. I'll have kids. I'll get married. I'll find a partner. Like I'll do that in the future, down the road. Like that's in my future plans and goals, right? I'm not like my priority right now is like building my career. My priority right now is getting an education. My priority right now, you know what I mean, is, you know, it's feeling like it just wasn't like that love wasn't as much of a priority for you over other things. And what happens is time is slipping away. And so I feel like for some of you, you know, it's just like time got away from you. And I feel like it's something that maybe some of you do want now. But it's kind of like, yeah, I'll do that after these other things, right? There's time for it. And then before you know it, there's a time. You also have 5 of Pentacles. Some of you may also struggle a little bit with your sense of self-worth or rejection. You may have some internalized rejection or struggle sometimes with like low self-esteem, low self-worth. You may have had an ex in the past that, you know, caused you some stress. You may have a tendency to be anxious or overthink for some of you. And sometimes that anxiety or that fear may get in the way. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really smart. Like my Geminis, you feel very like educated, very smart, very intelligent individuals. But again, sometimes the people who are like really smart have a harder time partnering up because sometimes they do tend to prioritize like their career, their education, other things, or they overthink, they get caught in their head about, over it all. But I feel like too, I am talking to somebody that may struggle a little bit too with like your self-worth, self-esteem. Some of you may even have like some kind of health issue, whether it be like mental health issue, like anxiety or something like that, or something with regard to like your physical health that maybe you have seen as a hindrance in your search for love, which is sad if that's the case. I hope you don't feel that way. Yeah, that seems like the main thing is like you kind of waited a while and then it kind of feels like, oh gosh, now my options are fewer and farther between for some of you. And like I said at the beginning, some of you may just be like really busy. You're focusing on your goals, you're focusing on work, you're focusing on a lot of other things. Tell me more about this Hierophant really quickly before I get your advice, though. Tell me about this Hierophant for Gemini. Some of you could be connecting with the Taurus, Sagittarius. You could also have these placements in your chart. I've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. GEMINI, Gemini. The star. Aquarius energy. The star came out for you. I feel like you're looking now, boo. Some of you do have a little bit of like a little bit of an issue with anxiety, fear, especially when it comes to like dating. I heard what was it? What was that? I just heard something shock. Something shock. It's gone. You may be a little bit like feeling a bit intimidated, shy, or nervous about dating or putting yourself out there. I don't know. I feel like I've got a Gemini that's a little bit, maybe deals a little bit with some issues of insecurity, deals a little bit with issues of rejection or fear, anxiety. There's a lot of that happening here. So it's kind of feeling like, yeah, like it's hard for you to kind of put yourself out there. You struggle a little bit with it. You may even feel a bit overwhelmed at like the options and like, I don't even know where to start or begin, or, you know what I mean? But I feel like there's a desire that I'm feeling and sensing from you to love. Like you're wanting that now. I do feel like you really want to find your ideal partner, your ideal relationship. So I see you kind of finally getting yourselves out there and exploring options. When it comes to love, I think you just got to get over that little bit of fear or hesitation or whatever it is that's like holding you back from like taking that leap for whomever I'm speaking to. Is it gun shy that I'm thinking? Like get out of your own head, to get out of your way. Advice for Gemini real quick. And then I got Cancer next. GEMINI, Gemini. Advice. Death card, scorpionic energy, change and transformation. Yeah, I think it's really just like, stop holding yourself back and just go for it. Just take the first step. That's what I was hearing too before the death card came out. You could be meeting somebody new. There could be something changing positively in your love life, even like the Scorpio season. But I'm getting a little bit of this, like, just put yourself out there, just start. Like, if you don't know where to start, you don't know where to begin, you feel intimidated, just strike up a conversation. Someone else had something similar. Just keep it light, keep it fun. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. There's a couple of the signs that I'm picking up this energy of like you put a lot of pressure on it, or on the whole dating process, or you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Just look at it as a fun adventure, you know, just a fun adventure. You're just getting to know people. Don't worry so much about the outcome or putting this like big weight on, I have to find the greatest love of my life or my ideal person. Just approach it from the sense of, I'm just getting to know people. I'm just getting to know people. Just see who these people are, what's out there, what they're about, you know, and if something happens, great. If it doesn't, cool. I met a new person and learns how to detail a car. That was interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever. I learned how to crochet. I learned somebody's, recipe for meatballs, whatever. It's just like, that's what I was saying earlier. It's just like, I don't feel like it's ever a waste of time or energy just to get to know people. I find people endlessly fascinating and interesting. And one thing that I love about myself and my life is that I attract so many different kinds of people. And I've always had this wonderful ability to like be able to converse with any person. I'm not an extrovert by any means. I'm very much more of an introverted person, but I just find people endlessly fascinating. And if you approach people, Gemini, as like, you're interesting, I just want to get to know you. Tell me more about you. And just approach it from this energy of curiosity and wonder, like think of how kids are. Kids aren't scared. They're like, hi, who are you? What's your name? What do you do? Where are you from? Why are you wearing that shirt? Who's your mom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just approach it like that. Just pretend you're a kid. And it takes that edge off. I think we put too much pressure on dating and getting to know people. And it's just like, hey, just had a conversation today with somebody. Met up with somebody and had coffee. Bo, are you still mad? Yeah, you still mad. It's whatever. If something happens, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. I just met a new person. That's all. So, all right, Gemini, that's what I got for you, boo. We're going to go to Cancer. Oh, you got a Leo? Oh, Bo. Yes, Bo is a Leo. That's right. He is a Leo. I do feel like there's some of these readings, I'm not gonna lie, some of you guys are pulling new love energy for real. So yeah, that's true. And I think that some of you, love's actually not as far off as you may think it is for some of y'all. So hopefully this helps give you a little pep talk to get you over that hump and get you on to the new good love coming to you, boo boo. All right. Let's get into it for Cancer. Oh, Mara, is it Myra or Mara? Mara Rose. That was Gemini. So I'm sorry that I don't have the signs like I used to. One of these days we'll have it again. But we have so I apologize for any confusion. If you guys don't want to know the orders in the description of the video, but we did Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and now we are on Cancer at 2:03:30 for Cancer. You're a Leo too? Yes, you are, boo. Roar. Leo's next after Cancer. I think I have a couple Leos. Actually, I have a few Leos up in here tonight. Julia's here. I think Leo was here. Also Leos. Luz. Anna's here. Hi, Anna. But yeah, there's a couple of y'all, I think, up in here today. All right, Cancer. What is blocking you in love and what's the advice? What's blocking you in the new love coming to you, boo-boo? And advice, this is for Cancer, 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 Cancer. And then Leo is next. Cancer. Oh, I forgot Cancer. Where your claws at? Get your claws out. Snippety snap. All right, let's get it. One more shuffle. CANCER, Cancer. Oh, Cancer. No. Why did I just know this would be our energy? I'll fall on the sword with my fellow crabs. All right. Why not? Listen, I'm not gonna, this is no hard feelings to anybody. I'm just reading the energy, okay? 5 of Cups. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's not surprising for us. You have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Essentially, I see a lot of hopefulness and optimism when it comes to love with that Knight of Cups. That's that love bubble energy that I'm going to go after my dreams. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve kind of vibes, right? You know, I can't hide you're definitely not one that's hiding your love away or hiding your feelings and your emotions. However, there's a tendency possibly to get caught up in disappointment and the sadness of the love lost when it doesn't work out for you in the way that you wanted to. So much so that you get so stuck in that 5 of Cups energy that you're not seeing, you see the possibilities and the new opportunities in front of you, right? So it's like you want the love, you're very, I feel very open with your feelings and wear your heart on your sleeve, which is not a bad thing. Like I said with all these other ones, like it's not a bad thing, but it's you have to also like everyone can have this like balance between the two, right? Of like the Taurus energy of being so guarded and the Cancerian energy of being too open, right? So it's almost like find a way to marry the two. Like be a little discerning, be careful, guard your heart a little bit, but also be open and able to like express your feelings and your emotions in an honest and truthful way. So it's but I feel like what's happening with this 5 of Cups is you have a tendency to get really, really sad, really, really disappointed, focus and dwell too much on what didn't work out, on the love that you lost, be a little bit in this like weepy woe is me kind of, I'm gonna wear sackcloth and flog myself on the corner of the street and let everyone know how sad I am for like the next 3 weeks or whatever. I'm playing with you. And there's a need for you to kind of be like, okay, that didn't work out. It didn't happen the way that I had hoped it would. That's a bummer. Yes. Allow yourself the time to grieve the loss, but then move on and realize that there's still other people out there, other options, literally other fish in the sea, other crabs in the sea, other seahorses or whatever these water creatures are out there, right? There's more out there for you. There's other opportunities. There are people who will love you and appreciate you and want you. Okay. So, anything else on this for Cancerians? Anything else on what is keeping them or blocking the new love? I also know sometimes Cancerians do have sometimes Cancerians have a harder time moving on because when they love hard and are very emotionally invested in their relationships. And sometimes it is very difficult and challenging for Cancerians to then switch to the next one. There's a emotional loyalty that exists with Cancerians. And there's a tendency to kind of cling on to and hold on to that love. And so it's like there's a need, I feel like, to release and let go with love the people that aren't choosing to stay in our lives and to remain hopeful and optimistic that there's something else out there. Okay. Again, I'm just going to reiterate that in a different way, but let's see. Anything else here for Cancer? before I get your advice. Who this? You got a King of Wands in your energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Cancer, I feel like too, when you're feeling hurt, I think it's okay for you to express that, to express your anger, to express your pain, to express your frustration, instead of internalizing it. I'm gonna say that too. I think that will help you to move through and move forward and move on. King of Wands too. I feel like there's an energy for you here to need to take action on what it is that you want, on your dreams and your goals, right? This is sort of like switching from this sort of woe is me, I'm so sad and I'm feeling victimized and I'm feeling sad about it, about what I lost, and then switching over to this, okay, but what's next? Let me take charge, let me take control. Let me like, this is like weepy sad energy, and this is like, I know my worth, I know my value. I've got my eyes on the prize, I'm going to go after it. I think when you see something that you want, don't be afraid to approach people, don't be afraid to go after something, but take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, take pride in your appearance, take pride in yourself and who you are. I feel like sometimes Cancerians also, sometimes we have a tendency uh to neglect the way that we are appearing in the world, like to not be mindful of how we're appearing in the world in the way of like project confidence, project um a sense of self-worth and a sense of, again, knowing yourself, right? Project into the world this energy that's like attracts rather than needs. Does that make sense? Like it's like manifestation. You're attracting, you're not trying to go after something. You're attracting it and drawing it to yourself. That's that King of Wands energy. You're attracting the love, Cancer. You're attracting and drawing people to you magnetically rather than coming from this place of like, emptiness or neediness or longing, right? It's like, no, I know who I am and I'm attracting what it is that I desire, right? So also you have two, Cancer. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? I feel too there's a need to make space for love. And again, just like some of the other signs got, like, look for people that are giving to you, that are showing up for you as well. Okay. Don't let that be one-sided. Yeah, you're the Chariot. Don't forget that. You're the Chariot. Chariot goes after what they want. Chariot is an energy of like victory. So you need to look at yourself as victorious. Maybe it's the things that you're saying to yourself and the way that you're looking at love is like counting yourself out. Oh, I'm dwelling on what I lost. But like, remember, you're victorious. You win in the end. You are a victor. And so it may be too that for some of you, in terms of options, you may have better options when it comes to love when you move or travel. So maybe you need to get yourself out there a little bit more, explore outside of your comfort zone when it comes to like love. Don't be afraid of it, of exploring those options out there. You may have more options that, like I said, than what you're seeing, but you got to go out there and kind of explore and draw that energy into you with confidence, knowing that you are the Chariot. You win. You have victory. You're the master of your fate and destiny. More advice for Cancer before I move to Leo. Any more advice here for Cancer? I think you got more options than you realize, Cancer. It is hot, y'all. Nice. This keeps showing up. Cancer, I think you have new love coming. I think a lot of you guys do. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really feel I'm seeing that there's something here coming for you. Could be with another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer energy, maybe in the summertime. But yeah, I think leave the past well enough alone, boo. It's time for you, I think, to embark on a new adventure in love, to start getting out there and exploring. Stop dwelling on what you lost. Get out there and explore. I think the world is kind of your oyster. You have options out here. I think it's time for you to get out there, start meeting people, mixing, mingling. I see a relationship coming for you, boo. I think you really will have your happily ever after. So stop thinking about the past and what you lost and what didn't work out. I'm telling you, go start getting out there and looking. Get your roar on. Get some of that Leo energy in you, okay? That King of Wands. Go out there with confidence. Don't talk about your ex that left you and made you sad and cry and mopey. Like, no, you got something new. Go out there with joy and confidence. Show the world who you are. Because I really feel like you're gonna be drawing that energy in. Okay, let the past go, boo. It's done. That's what I got for you. Okay. Let's get it. Leo and Virgo. Julia's washing dishes. You got two options. Okay. Hey, Coop. How you doing, boo? How you doing? Look at those sparkles. Love it. All right, where's my Leos at? Where are my Leos? I know y'all in here. I know you're in here. Let's get it for my Leo people. Come on, Leo. Let me take another sip so I can get a proper roar. Hey, Wendy, did I say hi to you earlier? Did I see you earlier? I probably did, but and Mythic Woe, hi. I don't know if I properly greeted some of you. So my apologies. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get it for Leo. Roar. Oh, you're not mad at me anymore? Oh, thank you, Bo. Okay, Bo forgives me. He's giving me lovey eyes now. Now he's all safe and he's had something to eat and used the bathroom and got some water. Yay! Sorry, Leo, if you missed it, Bojangles, I accidentally locked him out in the hall for a while and he was mad. Anyway, Leo, roar! All right, what's blocking love? And what's your advice? It is a weird night, man. When's that full moon? Because I think I'm going to stay in. I think I'm going to stay in on that full moon. Who's got the tea on the full moon? All right, Leo, let's get it. Leo, Leo. What's blocking love and what's the advice? What's blocking new love for Leo? Oh, you too. There was another sign that had this, Leo. And I was like very perplexed because I was like, nothing. You got 10 of Cups as your overall energy. Okay. Some of you could be a family getting in the way. I got that. So for some of you, your family could be causing problems or blocking love. It doesn't have to be everyone in your family. It could be a family member, a relative. So take it as it resonates. But you could be one of these other ones that have love coming, you know? Leo, you could be too honest. You could also be a little too honest for people. Not afraid to speak your truth, not afraid to speak your mind. And that may scare people or intimidate people or cause stuff to end. If people can't handle the truth, you can't handle the truth. I'm getting a little bit of that too. Okay, I felt it and I didn't want to say it, but some of you could have kids and that could be something that's gets in the way sometimes of your happiness of dating, especially dating, especially if you're I'm getting mother energy with that Empress. Like it could be that you prioritize your family. Because when I got family getting in the way, it didn't necessarily mean that you've got family interfering, although some of you could be that. But for some of you, it could be family obligations. Maybe you're a caretaker for a parent, for one of your parents or both of your parents. Maybe you have a child or children that you're responsible for. And it's like, that's the priority for you. And so that may get in the way of you dating and having a social life, is kind of what I'm getting with that. That's kind of holding things back from you. You have certain responsibilities, things you have to take care of. You've got a job. Some of you guys, you have a home that are the provider for. I heard sole provider. You could be sole provider. You could have a home that you're responsible for or have to caretake. Again, family members or relatives, if that's your parents, if that's grandparents, if that's brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt, kids, pets, whatever. It's like, it's giving that you're a very nurturing, very loving and warm person, which I love. Okay. That's one of the very positive things that I'm picking up with your energy. But alongside that comes duty and responsibility for nurturing and caring for family and home first, which may make it a little bit more challenging for you to date and have social life and hang out with friends, get out and date and that kind of thing, right? And then the other caveat here is like the honesty, the truthfulness, speaking your truth, speaking your mind, and not being afraid to do so, maybe even a bit loudly because it's a rooster here, you know. And that may scare people, that may intimidate them, that may cause some things to come crashing down around you. But that's, I feel like, also not a bad thing. Again, none of these are bad things for any of y'all. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just that's the issue. And you just have to find, the matching sock. That's it. Or the matching glove or whatever. The one that's going to appreciate your truthfulness and your honesty, and that's going to appreciate your nurturing energy, that's going to appreciate that you prioritize your family's needs and all of that. You have to find somebody who sees the strength in that and isn't scared or intimidated by that and runs away from it. You know what I mean? So I think you're manifesting in some options though here, Leo. I think you also have relationship energy around you, like so many of these other signs. Like some of you guys are already possibly looking or possibly have options around you. 7 of Cups, whether you see it now or not. Magician, the Justice, and the 8 of Discs. Or 8 of Pentacles. I'm sorry. I've been going back and forth with my decks. Some of these decks call them discs. Some of them call them pentacles. And so I go back and forth in the language. But disc, pentacles, coins. Some of them call them coins. And so I've been like mixing up my decks lately a lot. And so it's like desks or discs, pentacles, coins, it's all the same. All right. But anyway, the point is like, I do see you manifesting a committed relationship and partnership here. So I think, it's not too far off. Some of you are right now unable to move or travel. And I feel like some of you, if you can allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone, whether that be figuratively get out of your comfort zone or literally move, you may find more options for yourself somewhere else. better options, more options. I don't know what the hang up is that's preventing you from doing that. Something I feel is like causing a bit of a blockage there, but I feel like there's if you can get outside of your general vicinity, some of you may be getting a new home or a new place. Um don't worry so much about that if that's not your message, but I feel like there's an energy or a need for you to expand your thinking and possibility of what your partner could be. So maybe it's that, maybe you have this very specific view of what kind of person you're looking for. So it could be like figuratively like expanding your horizons in that way and spreading your net a little wider, or literally like getting out of your particular area that you're in and looking outside of that area elsewhere, and you could have more options that way, right? I'm also getting to some of you guys may internalize this is sad for Leo, and this won't be everybody's Leo, but there it's a Leos do struggle sometimes with this. You may have a little bit of an insecurity that you've internalized, or feelings or sense of rejection that you've internalized, or again, there may be some insecurities that you struggle with that you maybe try to hide. I don't think it's the way you present yourself to the world, but there's this feeling and sense of there's something about you. I'm hearing physically, but it doesn't have to be that only, but something here about yourself that you hide, but it makes you feel very insecure. Um which means you just need to get into your full roar. Um, oof, yeah. Some of you have a little heaviness that I feel like you kind of hide that away. Stuff it inside. Something that's kind of weighs on you. Let's get your advice. Um okay. Oh yeah. Wow. Your reading went longer than I thought it did, Leo. All right, what's the advice for Leo? What's the advice for Leo? Pulled a lot of cards for you. I guess I was reading for you for a while. Okay. Just going with the flow. Going with the flow, Leo. You know? Hey, L. Hey, L. Hey. You throw all your socks in the drawer unpaired. Oh my God. The sock partner to land. Oh my God. Oh yeah, it's late, boo. What you doing? Yogurt with fruit. You know what? I was not a yogurt person until I moved to Europe and I became a yogurt person. Yogurt and fruit. It's like one of my favorite breakfasts now. Who knew? All right, let's go. Leo, Leo. What's the deal? What's the advice? And then we got Voigo. I dropped it on the floor. Take a chance. Take a chance, make a change, and break away. Yeah, you guys got to get out of your head, man. Whatever's blocking you or holding you back from just taking that leap and taking a risk on something new, brand new adventure, a change, trying something different, getting yourself out there, not holding yourself back in fear or feeling intimidated. Just do it. All right. Ooh, King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I don't know. You could have new love coming, boo. Maybe with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody that matches your intellectual, your level of intellect. Someone that you can openly and honestly converse with. You know what? I'm going to laugh because it reminds me of what I was saying about finding your sock and finding your glove, your matching glove, your matching sock. So, and we brought that up because we were talking about this energy of someone who's not intimidated by your honesty and your truthfulness. Well, a king or queen of swords is not going to be intimidated by your honesty and truthfulness because they match that energy. They're going to give it back to you in the same way, you know? I'm also honest and truthful and straightforward. Well, so am I. Well, perfect. We match. They're even looking at each other. Not all the kings and queens look at each other, but they are. They're like, I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hide either. What you see is what you get. I'll be straightforward with you. You be straightforward with me. So I feel like you've got somebody here that's going to match your energy in that way, but also an intellectual match for you. So if you're a Leo who likes to debate, likes to have deep conversations, who likes to get really cerebral with it, it's feeling like you've got a new person coming here that matches you in that regard. So I like this for you, Leo. I see you transforming and changing and getting more confident, more bold, putting yourself out there more, taking those risks, taking those leaps. This is your advice as well, what you need to do, be bold with it, show people what you got, put yourself out there in that way. Turn that light on. I think you got this, Leo. Roar. Wow, a lot of the new love is coming through for a lot of these readings. I'm like, okay, not what we were, but some of you guys have it in your energy. So make these changes. Take this advice, y'all. If it resonates with you, do it. I'm not going to preach at you, but like if it resonates, take the advice because I feel the winds of change blowing for my peeps. All right. It is. Yeah. Autumn love. It's like somebody mentioned the other day, cuffing season is upon us. I don't know if that was JoJo who mentioned it or whatever, but like cuffing season is upon us. Oh, you got a new job, Luz? Nice. 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 Warm socks are so nice. Oh, you're so welcome, Luz. One more roar. Roar. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's nice. You said warm socks. I think everyone should have heated floors in their bathrooms. If you've ever been in a place where they have heated bathroom floors, oh my gosh, it's so nice to get out of the shower, especially in the winter when if it's cold, and to have like a heated bathroom floor and then like a towel heating rack. Ooh, and like get out of the shower. Imagine this. I've only experienced this pleasure once in my life, but maybe someday again. It's like you get out of the shower, it's cold, you got your towel on the towel warmer, you take it off, you wrap yourself in the cozy warm towel, you step your feet on the toasty heated floor. Oh, it's the best feeling ever. Oh, so nice. I wish that joy and pleasure for everybody. All right. All right, Virgo. Let's get it. Virgo, we're going to start you at 2:30 to 18. Voigo. Hey, it's me, Jess. Let's get it. This is what's blocking new love and advice. What is blocking new love and advice? Hey, Amina. Hey, Boo. Hey, lady. Right, Mythic. Well, you feel me. Okay, no worries. Oh, this is the last one, Angel. We're ending with Virgo. We started with Libra. I know it's confusing. So just so you all know, on this channel, we always start with whichever sign season it is, whoever's having a birthday, right? And then we go in the order of the zodiac from there. That way, everybody gets a chance to be first. And it kind of, it makes it a little more fun and exciting, I think. But so we started with Libra. We're ending with Virgo. So this is the last one. All right, let's go. Virgo, and I have time stamping, so I'll put the timestamps up after the live. Okay. All right, Virgo, what's blocking love and what's the advice? VIRGO, Virgo. All right, what's blocking love and okay, you too. All right, I see. Well, it's the same thing. It's like some kind of heartbreak. Some of you may be experiencing some kind of heartbreak. But you also feels like you have new love too, Virgo. You've got a soulmate connection in your energy, though. I also feel too like you have a lot going on, Virgo. Let me feel into this, okay? Let me feel into this because you got this page of wands and the two of cups. So it feels like you got somebody new in your energy. Fairly new that maybe you're getting to know. Maybe there's a little flirtation, you're striking something up, or you're going to be. Um I heard heavy is the head that wears the crown. It kind of feels like I'm hearing for some of you Virgos, like there's this internal dialogue saying, I'm too much. I'm too much. And so there's this feeling in the sense of I'm too much. I feel like I really want to find a partner. I want to find love. I want to find someone where the feelings are mutual and we connect with each other. But I feel like I'm a lot to take for someone to take on. So I feel like I have to internalize all of that, all that I'm feeling and experiencing. And I don't want to burden anybody else with this, what I'm dealing with. Okay. 10 of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. But then at the same time, I feel like you really want to have connection. You also want like breakthrough. You want some freedom here. You don't want to have to carry all of this. But let me clarify that Three of Swords. And maybe that you've experienced heartbreak in the past when you tried to share some of this, that you're internalizing here, and maybe that's left you heartbroken. So you're kind of like, oh, maybe it's just I'm safer here in my cubby hole. Let's see. Like that's burned you before when you tried to express or to explore. Again, there's this feeling of like, I'm too much. I'm too much. It's overwhelming. So let me just keep that inside. It's Virgo. I don't like that, Virgo. Why is the Three of Swords here for Virgo? Gosh, so many fuzzies all over me. Sorry about that. VIRGO, Virgo. Tell me more. Oh gosh, you really, Virgo, don't make me cry on the last one. You got a lot of energy of excitement and like hopefulness and optimism and excitement. A lot of fire. I don't know if you have fire in your chart, but you got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and this Eight of Wands. This is all like very fast moving energy of excitement, energy of enthusiasm, energy of like go. So again, there's a feeling of like maybe you get overly excited and then get disappointed. Maybe it feels like you come on too strong and then that scares people off or something like that. But I don't think that that's what's happening. Like, I think that's what you feel because there's a sense of internalized, like, I'm a lot, right? But I don't think that that's necessarily the way it's perceived by others. I don't know what the heartbreak is. I think for some of you guys, you've been dealing with people who were maybe too immature, people who were themselves flighty, not consistent, not stable themselves, and it's kind of feeling like maybe it's not actually you, boo. Maybe it's just the people you've been dealing with. This is also energy too of like you maybe dealt with some players, some cheaters, some liars, So to internalize that and to take that on as like a you thing is not the right way to go, because I feel like what you want is to truly connect. And just because other people have perceived it as too much doesn't mean that's what you are. Don't internalize that messaging of I'm too much. You're not too much. For the right person, you are the right match. You're the matching sock, right? So I I think you maybe for some of you have dealt with people that were too immature to handle you, or too immature and not on your level, immature, maybe wanted to hit and quit it, maybe just not consistent, not stable. So you been feeling that, lady? Oh, boo. Okay. Oh, you have a stellium in Sag. The Knight of Wands is the minor arcana card for Sagittarius. So I'm going to get your advice. What's the advice here for Sagittarius, or not Sagittarius, not Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What's the advice for Sagittarius or Virgo? Some of you may have Sag in your chart aside from lady, I guess. Okay. What's the advice for Virgo? What's the advice for Virgo? Aww. I feel like embrace that fiery energy, okay? Embrace it. Don't be embarrassed of it. Don't be shy about it, okay? You may not be for everybody, but that's okay. You're the matching sock for the right person, okay? I feel like some of you, it's like there's this like, well, let me try to temper that energy. Let me try to change myself or to block this or to try to stabilize this enthusiasm or this energy. And it's like, no, I feel like, again, don't be afraid and don't try to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't try to censor yourself to try to put yourself in a box. If you're a triangle peg, you're not going to fit in the round hole or a square hole. You're a triangle, boo. And so I think, like, don't stress too much when it comes to embracing new love, new opportunities. Again, I think you're the right fit for the right person. Is it everybody's cup of tea? No, but don't let that dim your light or stifle your light or your energy. Keep shining brightly, okay? If someone's giving you disinterest, then move on to the next one. If they're acting disinterested, if they don't seem to get you, if they're not feeling it, move on to the next one. That doesn't mean don't go then and internalize that and dim your light. Just be like, okay, that's not my fit. On to the next one. On to the next one, right? But don't let that make you get stuck up in your head and nervous and feeling anxious or feeling afraid or feeling intimidated or like I'm too much and, oh, what are they going to think about me? And like, no. Just keep letting your light shine, boo. And also be careful. Stay away from these immature folks who can't handle what you're putting down or who aren't ready for commitment or are scared to commit. Some of you, I feel like, too, are like having dealing with people who are there for a fun time and not a long time. I think get real with yourself. If you want a long time, if you want somebody that can actually, be the right match for you and have a fair and balanced partnership, if you really do want commitment, then don't go after these little immature flighty types. You know what I mean? So yeah, but don't dim your light, boo. You're not too much for the right person. Okay. That's what I got. Let me clarify the 4 of Cups, though, real quick, just for funsies. Oh, there it is again. Okay, this is what wanted to come out for you anyways. 3 of Wands. Yeah, move on to the next one. They're not giving you that energy back. They're ghosting or they're going quiet or they're seeming disinterested. That's okay. Keep moving on to the next one. Someone else will pick up what you're putting down. Somebody you're moving from, I feel like, too. You have all this fire. It's like you need to look for the King of Wands, not the Page of Wands, not the Knight of Wands, but the King of Wands, okay? Someone who will match that enthusiasm and that energy and, you know, someone with a big roar. Your charisma, your joie de vivre, all the things. All right, Virgo. That's what I got for you, boo. You could have a fire sign coming your way, though. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I did tell you I saw something possibly new in your energy there. So don't be scared. Me is scared. Yeah, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius was like all over your reading. If that means anything to you, Virgo. All right, boo. The warm and the matching socks. Yay. 3 calls back to back to back. All right. You're popular. Coogie is popular. Oh my God. Oh, you're so welcome, lady. Thank you all so much. I'm glad we got through this night and all the things with all the things. And I'm glad my boy is over there now fast asleep and not mad at me anymore. He gave me the loving eyes. Finally, I was a little worried. It's like, how long is he going to hold that grudge? But he's all right. He's good. And it's all love here too. I love you guys, and I so appreciate you for hanging in tonight and earlier. For my folks who came back again after hanging with me earlier when we did the 1 question readings, Jess was on with y'all for like 6 hours today. What? That's a record for me, I think. That's a record. Tomorrow I was planning to do the Libra birthday reading. So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on and set to all so you don't miss that or whenever I come on again. Members and subs, planning to do subs only and members questions again on Sunday. So big hugs and love to you all. Thank you guys for all of your love and support. I super appreciate you guys. There's the Bojies. Look at the vote. Angel Reigns. Angel Reigns. Thank you so much. I will get the timestamps up. It was good to see you too, Julia, and big hugs to you. And I'm really sorry for your loss, boo. I feel you. Like I said, I had some really sad news right before I came on. My grandmother's who passed away a couple of years before. She passed away right before I moved here. She did, and then her son, my dad's youngest brother, my other Leo uncle. I had 2 Leo uncles. My grandma was a Leo, so you guys know Leos are special to me. And so they all passed before I moved here. And so my grandmother came from a family of 16 kids, and she had 1 surviving sister still. 1 sister left. 3 brothers left. My uncle, one of my grandmother's brothers, just passed this last year as well. But my Aunt Sue, who I was really close with when I was younger, and I'm still really close with her daughters. She was my grandmother's youngest sister. So she is actually only a couple years older, I think, than my dad. Because 16 kids, so they span many different, generations, literally. So my Aunt Sue, who has not been well for a while, and I was literally just thinking about her. And so I found out that she passed, and that was really tough. So this is my last of my grandma's female siblings. So I just have 2 uncles left, from my grandma's family. So yeah. But yeah, so that was tough too, but it's really sad for the little girl, boo. That's really tough because she was young and had whole life ahead of her. So that's really hard. So I'm sending you big hugs and love to you. River song. Oh, River, you're here. Hi, boo. I haven't seen you for a hot minute. Hey, River. Oh, it's so good to see you. Yeah, it's okay. It's like, it's something that like we knew was coming. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming. So, but it's still sad. It's very sad. And then it just brings back so many memories. Um, yeah, but she was a really cool lady. And the last time I saw her, she had Alzheimer's, and my grandma also passed with Alzheimer's too. And I remember the last time I saw her before I moved, and it was one of those things where she still recognized me, but we were having a conversation, and so she would keep saying, like, we're saying the same thing over. Like, she'd say something to me, we'd start the conversation, and then literally like less than 30 seconds later, she would ask me the same question or say the same thing. And so it was like that. Um, but I was grateful that at least like my last memory of her, she still remembered who I was. And I went to see her with my dad. And so, yeah, it was, but yeah, she was a really sweet lady, my Aunt Sue. So you stay lurking. It's okay, boo. That's okay. From Parkinson's, yeah, it's hard. So, anyways, life keeps life in, you guys. It's so important to like really show love and care to each other while we're here. You know, life is so short, and the older you get, the faster it seems like it flies by. So just like, you know, enjoy every moment that you have with the people that you love, because you literally never know when it will be the last moment. So just love each other, love yourselves, and take really good care. And as I always say, beijinhos, abrazos, and until next time. Yeah, that's tough. That's got to be tough for Amina too, boo. I'll hit you up, Julia. Big hugs to you and Amina, and to everybody, to all y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go. I've been on all day today. It feels like all day on the YouTubes. Yeah. Stretch. Good Lord. All right, I'm gonna get off and decompress. All right, love you guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome to the new members and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for your support and your love, and take really good care of yourselves and each other. All right, bye everyone.